some country diggers here. Today we're going to be talking about the most iconic soft drinks in every American state. And I'll be reading from Thrillist.com. Thrillist.com. And the article is by Adam Lapatina. So stay tuned. It's going to be the iconic soft drink of every state in America. Soda is as integral a part of American history as the hamburger or Nicolas Cage's repeated attempts to thwart it. And while most soft drinks under the sun are now owned and bottled by one of the three major companies, there's still a rich tapestry of handcrafted mom-and-pop soda companies out there doing what they've been doing for the last 100 years or so, and doing it darn well. Each state might call these products something different: soda pop, tonic, fizzy yum yum juice. Coke is what we call it in the South. Every soft drink in the South is a Coke. But there's no disputing that Americans love their soft drinks. And with so many folks brewing them across so many states, there are bound to be some that rise above the rest. This map is a homage to sodas with intimate ties, not that kind of intimate, to different places. Some are made exclusively in that state, some are loved the hardest in that state, and some are just the Dakotas and make us confused. So here are the iconic soft drinks of every state in America. And, disagreements. We can have disagreements on here. So they say Alabama is Grape-A-Co. I like Grape-A-Co, but, Coke, Dr. Pepper is really my thing. Okay, Grape-A-Co, Dr. Pepper, and root beer. Love root beer. Okay, anyway. Grape-A-Co was founded in Louisiana in 1914, but moved to Alabama in 1917. And there it has stayed, both physically and in the hearts of Alabamians. Alaska, Pepsi. Alaska doesn't have as big a soda culture as other states, but there is a Pepsi bottling plant there. So it's got that going for it, which is nice. Arizona, Cactus Cooler. This orange pineapple drink has a big presence in the Southwest, where it's moderately preferable to actual cacti. Arkansas, Grape-Ette. Grape-Ette, once a grape soda titan of Arkansas, is now a Sam's Club soda. But that doesn't diminish its years of dominance in the southern market. California, A&W. A&W was founded in California back in 1919, and their root beer remains a huge hit there to this day. Okay, Colorado is Izzy. These carbonated fruit drinks exploded onto the market back in 2002. And even though they were bought by PepsiCo in 2006, they remained a Colorado invention. Now, some of these I ain't never heard of. Connecticut, Fox and Park. It's impossible to find a pizzeria in New Haven that doesn't stock Fox and Park, a Connecticut bred soda company that's been around since 1922. Never heard of it. Delaware, Old Dominion root beer. Dominion, also a brewery, makes a heck of a root beer. It's sweetened with honey and sugar and it's made right in Dover. Florida, any fountain soda out of a 7-Eleven Big Gulp. Self-explanatory. Georgia, Coca-Cola. The headquarters of the world's favorite soda is located here. They've got a Museum. RC Cola may have a strong foothold here, but this is Coke country. Okay, there was a Coca-Cola plant in Birmingham, Alabama too. I think that was the first Coca-Cola plant. I'm not very sure. I'd have to go back and check. Okay, Hawaii, Hawaiian Sun. Okay, it's not technically a real soft drink since it's not carbonated. But ask any Hawaiian, and their favorite beverage is, and they'll tell you, it's Passover Gerva or POG nectar. And Hawaiian Sun makes the best. Idaho, Iron Port. This one's not a brand, but rather a style of soft drink at soda fountains throughout Idaho. Iron Port is kind of like root beer with a spicier kick. Illinois, Green River. Originally the product of a brewing facing restrictive prohibition policies, Green River grew to be Illinois' favorite soft drink and has been produced by a multitude of bottlers over the years. Indiana, Triple X. Although it was founded in Texas, Triple X is now an Indiana institution that's famous for its root beer and for the fact that only one of two remaining Imposius restaurants is located there. Iowa, Sioux City Sarsaparilla. Now I've got a few of those sarsaparilla bottles, Sioux City Sarsaparilla. I got the Cowboy. I got two Cowboys, and with them going into the saloon, and I've got just the desert ones. I got two of the desert ones and two of the Cowboy ones. But named after the Iowa City, Sioux City Sarsaparilla is widely regarded as one of the best sarsaparillas out there, and was even mentioned in the Big Lebowski. Kansas, Lost Trail Root Beer, a tried and true Kansan brew. Lost Trail's root beer has been made in state since the frontier days. Kentucky Ale 8-1. Around its production center in Winchester, Kentucky, Ale 8-1 is a supremely popular ginger and citrus soda. It's also the only soda invented in Kentucky to still be in existence. So there's that too. Louisiana, Delaware Punch. Despite its name, this drink isn't affiliated with Delaware. It's actually named after a grape variety. Rather, it's a southern fruit soda with a great kick that's found in select stores in the Louisiana area. Maine, Moxie. Even though it was originally invented and produced in Massachusetts, no state is more nuts for the weird flavor of Moxie than Maine, which has even gone so far as to name it the official state soft drink. Maryland, Shasta. Shasta's first soft drink was a ginger ale produced in 1931, and despite being named after a spring in California, was distributed and beloved locally in Maryland. Massachusetts, Polar. Bay Staters are crazy for Polar, which got a huge number of varieties. Try the Orange Dry. Available all over the state, and which are bottled in Worcester. Michigan, Faygo. Faygo is perhaps best known nationally for being appropriated by Insane Clown Posse. But this refreshing Michigan soda, wildly popular in its home state for its multitude of flavors and relatively low cost. This could have gone to Vintners as well, but Faygo is more unambiguous throughout the state and is still made in Detroit, so it comes out on top. Minnesota, Sundrop. This citrus soda may have been introduced in Missouri, but it's got a strong foothold in Minnesota and the upper Midwest. Mississippi, Barks Root Beer. Barks was invented in Louisiana, but first sold in Biloxi, Mississippi, where its founder moved there in 1897. That's some old-timey root beer. Missouri, IBC Root Beer. Once Missouri's most famous soda company, IBC is now owned by Dr. Pepper Snapple Group. But this doesn't make it eponymous root beer any less delicious. Montana, Flathead Lake. This one's pretty niche, but Flathead Lake produces gourmet sodas out of Montana in flavors like huckleberry and sour cherry. Nebraska, Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid is Nebraska's official state soft drink, one of only 2 states to have one, and was invented there in 1927. That should be the whole United States soft drink there. Kool-Aid, because I think everybody's drunk it. All right. Nevada, Red Bull. More a postulation than anything. We're just assuming that everyone in Nevada needs Red Bull to keep going. New Hampshire, Squattum Scott. SQUAMSCOT. Brewed and bottled in New Hampshire, Squattum Scott comes in flavors like birch beer, strawberry, and the mysterious half and half. New Jersey, Boylan's. Bottled in various locations all over New Jersey. Since its founding in 1891, Boylan's now makes a heck of a black cherry soda, and all of their offerings come in retro-style bottles. New Mexico, Big Sky. You'd think something named Big Sky would be Montana's, but Blue Sky. Okay, sorry, I didn't. That's a blue instead of a big. Okay. New Mexico, Blue Sky. Blue Sky is a natural soft drink producer founded in Santa Fe in 1980. It doesn't operate out of there anymore, but we kind of had to pick it due to its inherent Breaking Bad parallels. Okay. New York, Dr. Brown's. No New York deli would be complete without a case full of Dr. Brown's, which comes in an array of flavors that include cream, black cherry, and celery. Okay. North Carolina, Cheerwine. There's no disputing. North Carolinians love their Cheerwine. North Dakota, Coca-Cola. Dang, we couldn't find anything for North Dakota, so we just made their soda Coke. Get your act together, North Dakota. Ohio, Cherokee Red. Rarely found outside Ohio, Cherokee Red is a cherry-flavored drink that was produced there back in 1969. Oklahoma, Dublin Dr. Pepper. A variety of Dr. Pepper that uses cane sugar rather than high fructose corn syrup. Dublin Dr. Pepper was discontinued back in 2012, but you can still find it in soda fountains all over Oklahoma. You go, Oklahoma. Oregon, Thomas Kemper. Thomas Kemper was founded in Washington, but popularized in Portland when it was bought by a local company in 2006, and is now a local icon. They're the purveyors of fine, old-fashioned HFCS less sodas. Okay. Pennsylvania, a treat. A treat started in 1918 in Allentown and continues to be a hometown favorite of many wayward Philadelphians. Their birch beer is a must. Rhode Island Yacht Club Soda. Yacht Club is one of Rhode Island's beverage companies and may well be one of its only companies, period. And they brew a wide variety of sodas from birch beer to grape to peach seltzer. South Carolina Blenheim Ginger Ale. Since 1903, Blenheim, I think, Blenheim, has been producing some of the country's finest ginger ales in Hammer, South Carolina, in mild, hot, and diet varieties. South Dakota, Coca-Cola. The Dakotas have really got to ramp up their soda game, because South Dakota, too, was impossible to find any soda for. Pretty safe to say they like Coke there, too. Tennessee, RC Cola, famous in the South due to its status as one half of a working man's lunch, the other half being a moon pie. RC Cola is made in Georgia, but it's pretty beloved in Tennessee as well as Alabama, too. I remember my grandpa saying he loved RC Cola and a moon pie. And when I was a kid, I wanted to be like my grandpa, so I drank RC Cola and moon pie too. And ate a moon pie with it. All right. Texas, Dr. Pepper. If you ask a Texan what kind of Coke they want, chances will be their answer will be Dr. Pepper. Sorry, Big Red. Granted, Coke is their word for soda, but it's still pretty telling. Well, that's all over the South. Coke, I mean, it can be, you can, I'll tell you what, when I started YouTube and I found a Coke, I'd say Coke. If I found any other carbonated soda bottle, I'd say Coke. And some of the comments would say, that's a Pepsi, that's not a Coke. So I started saying soda. That way everybody would know what I meant. But in the South, we all say Coke. Okay. Utah, Sprite. Utah's huge Mormon population can't consume caffeine, so they've got to drink a lot of Sprite. Vermont, Sweetwater. Vermont's Sweetwater Bottling Company produces 9 all-natural soft drinks in the spirit of the state, namely maple soda. Virginia, Cheerwine. Yeah, I know, we already put Cheerwine as North Dakota's favorite. Dakota's on my mind. As North Carolina's favorite soft drink. But it's definitely Virginia's too. You'll have to share North Carolina. Washington, Jones Soda. Jones Soda's famous nationally for making some uber weird soda varieties of dubious repute. But their standard flavors, some of which are still pretty out there, like blue bubble gum, are quite refreshing. West Virginia, Mountain Dew. Data doesn't lie. West Virginians are nuts for Mountain Dew. Even morose than the rest of, even more than the rest of America. It's almost to the point of being detrimental, excuse me. Wisconsin, Sprecher Root Beer. Sprecher is a pretty standard brewery in that it makes beer, but it's a little more well known for its sodas, particularly its root beer, which has Wisconsinites foaming at the mouth in more ways than one. Wyoming, Jackson Hole Soda, advertising itself as the best dang old-fashioned soda in the whole dang country. Jackson Hole is very much a Wyoming creation. Their Snake River sarsaparilla is a must while viewing some Grand Tetons. All right. Hope y'all enjoyed that. And see you back soon. Bye.